The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and thanks for joining us for tonight's news. I'm Jasmine Erojak.
And I'm Tracy Pa. I will join you later for sports.
In this edition, observing International Day of Forests with Tree Planting, MOU signed to move rice industry in PNG, and Falcons look to snatch second win for the season. The Teaching Service Commission has swiftly intervened to address concerns raised by a parent regarding a teacher's behavior during school hours. Following allegations made by a parent in the press, the TSC investigated a female teacher at a primary school in NCD. The parent claimed that the teacher spent too much time on social media during teaching hours, resulting in inadequate teaching time given to students. On Tuesday, 19th of March, the TSC intervened through NCD Teachers Advisor Paul Lapun. Lapun said the teacher was called out and questioned about the allegations. The teacher was given a warning and the head teacher of the school was instructed by the TSC to do an unscheduled lesson observation. The TSC also requested the school provide a report of the teacher's performance. He urged teachers to commit to their vocation and ensuring their students are given enough attention and taught well. Minister for Livestock Seki Agisa announced in a press conference in Port Moresby yesterday that he is now free to carry out national duties after the National Court dismissed his cases due to insufficient evidence.
The Minister for Livestock and member for Southfly Seki Agisa told media on Thursday that the going back and forth to the National Courthouse to answer to two court cases has finally ended. He can put his full concentration into his ministerial duties and his people as well. His case in the Court of Disputed Returns was dismissed on the 11th of March 2024. 9 days later, his second court case relating to corruption allegations brought against him when he was Minister for Civil Aviation was dismissed.
This is especially my election petition and my case from the previous ministry when I was Minister for Civil Aviation. I had two cases that I faced since my election in 2022. So I actually announced to the nation and the people of Southfly, especially in Western Province. I see that my election petition was withdrawn due to some administrative matters. So that's why I'm actually cleared from my election petition, and that also clears me from not attend effectively to my national duties as a Minister for Livestock.
Agisa said that these legal battles had prevented him from fully carrying out his responsibility as a state minister and as member for Southfly.
Like I said earlier on, I wasn't really concentrating on my sector, especially my national duties as a Minister for Livestock. So I feel relieved now, which means that I'm actually to really concentrate on my sector and start doing my job as a Minister for Livestock.
The minister thanked his legal team for the victory and looks forward to attending to national duties and serving the Southfly people.
Thank everyone, especially for those who took part, especially my legal firms, especially in my election petition, the principal of Tamutai Lawyers, for appointing a very competent lawyer to actually look through that case, and even my civil aviation case.
Managing Director for Livestock Development Limited, Terry Coem, said the department stands ready to support the minister in delivering livestock programs. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
The Torowa Lutheran Sub-Health Center in Morobes, Nawaib District, recently received vital medical drugs, consumables, and 20 mattresses. The medical supplies arrived from India last week and were sent directly to Torowa. The 20 mattresses were donated by LNC Pacific Trading from the Chan family in Leh. Officer in charge of Torowa Sub-Health Center, Sister Sonny Honepe, said the health facility services a catchment of 16,000 people and is heavily under-resourced. The support is timely because the limited stock is depleting. Thursday, March the 21st, is recognized as World Forest Day. Staff at the PNG Forest Authority marked the day with a tree planting program in Port Moresby.
The United General Assembly established World International Day of Forest on March 21, 2012. Margaret Tango, Acting Director of Forest Policy and Planning of the PNG Forest Authority, explained that the day is celebrated worldwide and raises awareness on the importance of sound forest management of all forest types. She explained that globally there are 3 types of forest: the boreal, which thrives in places with ice all year round; temperate, which is seasonal; and tropical forest, of which PNG boasts of. To mark the day, staff of the Forest Authority and partners gathered at the forestry headquarters in Port Moresby. They planted trees as part of the day's program. Tango elaborated that PNG started observing the International Day of Forest in 2012 and pledged to plant 1 million trees.
So during the last 10 years, we had carried tree plantings, conducted educational awareness, through visiting school. We also organized floats. This is also part of educational awareness. Other activities also involve short essays, quiz, photo exhibits, plus some other activities also. Okay, now we are here in 2024. So the theme, like Ku has mentioned, is forest and innovation.
Mrs. Tango stressed that forests provide many benefits and solutions to the sustenance of life, both human and animal. It supports our ecosystem services, biodiversity, climate change, and provides food and shelter. She also said that forests provide for a sustainable economy and contributes to the social development in impacted areas.
So now innovation and technology are a new solution to help us in monitoring activities, detecting fires and land use changes, and also reporting on our forests to achieve SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, and global goals. You know, we are also now connected to the world, connected to certain treaties that we need to achieve those goals. So it's not only us in PNG, but it's the world we are connected to.
Executive Manager of Public Health Services for NCD, James Ume, also attended the event. He said his thoughts on the importance of forest in the modern day and age.
NCDC is doing its part as a province, contributing to forest planting. And in this city, we are also trying to contribute to the 1 million plan that you guys have, and all around in every corridors of infrastructure that we build, in roadsides, we make space available for some trees.
Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
The Papua New Guinea Chamber of Resources and Energy is initiating a one-day security summit to take place in Port Moresby on April the 17th. PNG Corps is working towards bringing together government, state security agencies, industry project operators and security providers to discuss issues of importance for the sector and country. In announcing the summit, PNG Corps Chief Operating Officer Pensi Taweni Sialis said this event signifies the Chamber's efforts to address security challenges prevalent in project areas and the country at large. In recent months, months, the importance of security has been highlighted, especially through the unfortunate events of January the 10th, 2024, as well as the deteriorating law and order across the country. As a leading peak body, PNG Core is initiating this dialogue to foster discussions on key aspects such as risks, concerns, and information sharing. By addressing these topics, the summit aims to enhance our understanding of the current security landscape within Project Footprints and beyond. This is TV1 News. We'll have the day's other stories when we come back. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bunyamyumi.
The Toyota JD Hiace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hiace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hiace bus and experience the Hiace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectations.
Hiya, Mama. You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical cuddle, get up and big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young plana lapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, PNG one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
We're celebrating the culture and traditions of the Motokoita people, and we honour the Hiri trade, and we crown the new Hiri Hananamo here in the capital, amazing Port Moresby.
The host Bloskop gets underway. Chase, good placing as well. Moran kicks again. No one at home. The chase is on. Who wants it most? And it's going to be just too loud. How about that? Moran comes up.
Like ball intercepted by Galliano. He's going to be hard to stop here. Galliano. Gibbons goes himself. Gibbons is over.
Welcome back. A sensitive investigations board will be established to counter interference relating to matters concerning constitutional and statutory office holders, the professional media and issues relevant to national security. Police Commissioner David Manning ordered the establishment of this board, saying this body will put an end to the manipulation of legal process for political convenience. When signing the directions for the establishment of the board, Manning said people are sick and tired of political opportunists filing dubious complaints against targets they want to remove, which ultimately gets thrown out of court due to lack of evidence. He said elected leaders, heads of statutory organizations, and members of the media fraternity are often targeted unfairly by opportunists seeking to tarnish their reputation. He said as of today, any investigation of constitutional or statutory officer holder or a member of a media will come before a sensitive investigations board and not just the commissioner. Amidst a backdrop of hope and achievement, Motukoita Food Center celebrates a resounding success in its recent graduation ceremony. With over 90 students crossing the stage to receive their certificates, this event marks a pivotal moment in their educational journey.
The Motukoita Food Center's 2024 graduation ceremony was a jubilant affair. Over 90 students proudly walked, received their certificates, marking a significant milestone in their educational journey. At the heart of this success lies the Motukoita Food Center's commitment to providing fee-free second-chance education, offering a lifeline to individuals who may have missed out on traditional schooling. Distinguished guests included Chairman of the Motukoita Assembly, Daddy Tucker Jr., KTF CEO Dr. Genevieve Nelson, and Dame Carol Kiru, who bore witness to the culmination of hard work and determination.
We've always known that the second chance education was crucial in whatever education platforms that the Motukoita Assembly or the indigenous people may have in place. But we just didn't have the facility. So when that opportunity came, we quickly built the 4 classrooms. And I was able to negotiate with the headmaster to allocate one of the big classrooms, which is the Motukoita Food Center. And I think today, it's only appropriate to also announce that we're now looking at expanding that classroom because judging from the numbers of graduates here, I think this program is crucial for our community. Sorry, keep on trying to switch across. We need to continue this program. We need to continue this drive of more Motukoita people getting a good education and striving for whatever you need to in the future.
This initiative is a beacon of hope in addressing the pressure issue of unemployment in Port Moresby, equipping graduates with the skills and knowledge needed to navigate the job market or pursue further education.
Today is about you. Today is a celebration of the huge amount of sacrifice and dedication that you have put into this pathway. And we really, really hope that you look at this as a day of celebration and celebrating this hard work, because we know that the FODE pathway is so much harder than the other pathways. It's much harder to complete your education when you're an adult than when you are a child.
The ceremony took on added significance with the involvement of Kinnebank, which played a crucial role in supporting the program through a check handover. This financial support underscores the bank's dedication to empowering communities through education.
Studies provide many of our Papua New Guineans the opportunity to transit into the formal education system or to be given a second chance to progress academically. Access to education, including FODE, it remains a major challenge in our country. As such, what organisations like KTF provide is invaluable for many of our people, not just here in Motukoita, but throughout the whole of Papua New Guinea.
Among the attendees were past beneficiaries of similar programs, offering living testimony to the transformative power of education. The family of one student who sadly lost her life last year stood in to receive her well-deserved Certificate of Achievement. The ceremony served as a poignant reminder of the potential that lies within each individual and the collective strength of a community united that proves that you are never too old or limited in the pursuit of educational excellence. Carol Kiru Jr., TVWAN News.
Goodman Fielder International is calling on the government to establish a commercial corn industry in Papua New Guinea. GFI Managing Director Santao made this call during the visit of the Minister for International Trade and Investment, Richard Maru, and Nari teamed to GFI's new feed mill at 11 Mile in Ley recently. Mr. San said with GFI's new $20 million worth world-class feed mills, it can produce chicken and pig feed as good as anywhere in the world, depending on what the farmers want. He added its challenge with its importing wheat as feed is the long wait and that it is expensive due to the declining value of the kina. He said GFI is willing to substitute to a corn-based diet and buy all the corn that local farmers can produce to reduce imports of wheat for feed. Minister Maro encouraged GFI to negotiate an MOU with Nari to go into large-scale commercial corn farming to supply feed to GFI feed mill. For the future of Papua New Guinea's rice industry, International Rice Research Institute and the National Agricultural Research Institute of PNG signed a Memorandum of Understanding for scientific and technical collaboration for promoting and disseminating high-yielding, climate-smart and healthier rice varieties. Minister for Agriculture John Boito spoke of the significant move towards ensuring the rice industry does not echo the unfulfilled promises of the past. At Thursday night's signing ceremony between the Philippines-based International Rice Research Institute and the National Agriculture Research Institute, Agriculture Minister John Boito emphasized on the importance of rice production agreements becoming a reality. The MOU is for scientific and technical collaboration for promoting and disseminating yielding, climate-smart and healthier rice varieties.
There's been missed opportunities for the last 40 years. Now we are ready to accept you into our country, to partner with our good director here, Nari, and we look forward to working with you.
In the 10-year National Agriculture Plan, rice is one of the commodities that the government is targeting. Agriculture Secretary Dr. Sir G. Bang shared that over the 10-year period, there will be a substantial import replacement.
We are going to seriously hold a dialogue with all of the current growers of rice in the country. There are different groups across the country who are growing rice. And there are importers of rice, such as Trukai and Goodman Fielders and Homestead. And all of these stakeholders in the rice industry need to come together and plan and agree on making sure that government policy is implemented, that in the next 10 years there will be a gradual replacement of imported rice.
It is now on a different trajectory. While we are still working heavily on increasing the productivity, we are now working on making sure that the rice grain has more minerals, has more protein, has more resistant starch. And the way it is going, I can tell you in the next 10 years, rice will be the healthiest staple because it will have more protein, more minerals, more resistant starch, and it will be of low glycemic index. We have recently also achieved that. And there is no reason why we can't bring all of that to Papua New Guinea.
After the signing that we have done, Nari and Erie will sit together and scope out key priority interventions that will take place. An action plan will be developed after this. Erie has some rice varieties that they have used in countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, as we've had tonight. That here will bring those varieties into the country and partner with Nari, and we start planting rice.
Meantime, the MOU between Erie and Nari will also look at how to stop the brown plant hopper from infesting on rice in the country. The brown plant hopper is a sucking insect that under heavy infestations can cause the wilting and complete drying of rice plants. The MOU will also be a beacon to having drought-tolerant rice.
areas or constraints, which were one of an insect pest called a brown plant hopper that can be really serious to affect varieties that are sustainable, rather susceptible. So we need to look for tolerant varieties against the brown plant hopper. And as NARI Director General Dr. Nelson has stated, the drought conditions that are frequent in PNG requires for us to have a rice variety that's more drought tolerant, or varieties that are drought tolerant as well. So
with this MOU, we will hold a national rice inventory. DALS is leading rice technical development in the country currently. They have developed the rice policy. They have looking at a national rice and grain authority to be developed, and I'm pretty sure the Secretary is aware of it, because DL has been leading rice program for many years in the country and continue to promote rice through donor agencies like JICA, donor agencies that they've been working on to promote rice for food security and nutrition as part of the DL program. So in this MOU, NARI will also work with DAL of the capacity they have to build up a national rice inventory. So with that inventory, we will now know the status of rice, different varieties that we have, and then we will focus on the rice that can give us high yield and quick outcome.
And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2652 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2577 US, $0.3894 Australian dollars, $0.2297 euro, and 38.75 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee and cocoa closed higher, gold, crude oil, and copper closed lower, while copra and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues after the break with stories making headlines overseas. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made. All Mama Flame is story all Sam.
Me say you sing flame flower long one him. Me say me Kim Kai Kai belong family belong me. You go more yet.
Man belong me save like flower balls belong me what them kawa war na spring onion. All pikinini belong me save like him to mas pineapple donut me save walk him lo house. Ne make kumo mix him want them cow na karamapim long flower.
Tasty hash browns.
Time is scaling one time wala pela kai kai. Me save kissing more kai kai long all get a toya mi tromoy one time flame flower.
You enough making more one time flame flower.
Harry mulga the rice lovers. Me plaka 300,000 kina scale school money long win him. Sans belong you win him 1,000 kina. 300 per lucky line by winning inside long 4 plus fortnight. Sans belong you win a big plus thread. By 1 kg he go in a 20 kg scale or ori rice. Cut him this stamp na put him inside long envelope and the full name na contact details long you. Na drop him inside long entry box long store. Promotion by Pinis long March 29, 2024. Hurry up now win big plus one time scale na ori rice. Piani mi plus social media long save more. Terms na conditionista.
How would you describe your mother?
My mom is beautiful.
She is strong like Superwoman.
I love my mom because she always takes care of me.
My mom, she's so patient and loving. I feel she's always around.
Karen, she works so hard and always wants the best for me.
She's soft like her love.
My mom is everything, and I don't know what I'd do without her.
Softland, fragrance of a mother's love.
That's crazy. I mean, this is like military.
You want to fight with me?
This is gonna be a rough 5 days.
I'm Jimmy Smith, a professional mixed martial arts fighter and former math teacher from LA. I don't need a warm-up. I'm set.
I'm Doug Anderson, an Iraq war veteran and rookie fighter from New Jersey. This is our Fight Quest.
Watch Fight Quest, only on Fight Sports.
John, we have tallies approaching.
You still don't remember a thing.
I don't remember any of it.
I only remember the interpreter.
We owe that man your life.
I am gonna have to get him out myself.
The Covenant. Premieres Saturday, March 23rd, 9 p.m. on HBO.
And we're back. An Indonesian search and rescue ship has located a capsized wooden boat carrying dozens of Rohingya Muslim refugees, pulling survivors who had been standing on its hull to safety. Earlier this afternoon, the Associated Press said 10 people were taken aboard local fishing boats and another 59 were saved by the Indonesian craft. Men, women and children, weak and soaked from the night's rain, wept as the rescue operation got underway and people were taken aboard a rubber dinghy to the rescue boat. Samira, a 17-year-old who was among them, told the Associated Press that they had been traveling to Malaysia. There were 146 people on board, raising the prospect that 71 could still be missing at sea, including her nephew. About 740,000 Rohingya fled earlier to Bangladesh to escape a brutal counterinsurgency campaign by security forces in their homeland of Myanmar. 20 school students had to be plugged to safety on Port Phillip Bay today after the boat they were on ran into trouble. They had been on a snorkeling trip to see dolphins where the boat's engine started smoking.
This is what students from Hamilton and Alexandra College were hoping to experience. Instead, the school excursion turned into a rescue mission. The 20 children and 2 teachers were picked up by the Sorrento to Queenscliff passenger ferry after the boat they were on started smoking.
Shortly after departure, the skipper noticed a little bit of smoke coming from the engine room. He's then reverted back to our safety management system procedures.
The Sea Road ferry quickly diverted its course after the alarm was raised, with crew getting the students to safety in less than 6 minutes. No one was injured and the skipper of the private boat was able to return to Queenscliff Harbour, where CFA and Water Police spent hours making sure any fire had been extinguished. The boat's owner, James Murphy, praised his crew for their efforts.
It was something we weren't expecting to see, but we're really pleased that the staff acted the way they did.
The Australian Maritime Safety Authority will launch an investigation, while the students will have to wait a little longer to have their underwater encounter.
Pod of dolphins was actually just, I think, about a kilometre out. They said, yeah, they're on the way back. There was one of the other vessels saw the big pod waiting for them. So, but that's just how it is. And it was beautiful weather, you know, sun shining. So, considering the circumstances, I think it's an excellent result.
A normally secret natural phenomenon is being brought to the surface. Baby turtles usually hatch deep under the sand, but an exhibition for the World Science Festival in Brisbane is putting it on display. Organizers, scientists and rangers hope the experience will inspire a love of the endangered species and help boost conservation efforts.
From the beach to the world stage, the end product is on show at the Queensland Museum. But the journey for these eggs started 2 months ago.
She's found a spot that she
thinks is suitable.
Hundreds of loggerhead turtles nest at Monrepo Beach near Bundaberg each season, but this batch is up for an adventure.
We'll be collecting 10 eggs from a nesting loggerhead turtle, and they're going to be incubated here at the Turtle Centre before going down to Brisbane.
It means the public can see the hatchlings emerge from their shells.
We're showing something that normally happens 60 centimetres below the beach surface.
Scientists and rangers hope people will fall in love with the endangered species.
Look at that one. He's a strong one, isn't he?
What we want is to show people how special these animals are, and people are absolutely fascinated.
And help protect the species into the future.
Also an extra opportunity for education for the public about turtles. That's a big focus of ours here, is to educate people on these endangered animals and spark that interest in their conservation.
And when the fanfare is over, these little creatures will be released into the ocean to begin the next chapter.
We take them 20 kilometres off the coast of Mooloolaba and we drop them into the Eastern Australian Current.
North Korea is reportedly stealing cryptocurrency to help fund its nuclear weapons program. A UN report has found with investigations underway into cyber attacks valued at $3 billion linked to the country. In its annual report, the UN panel of experts on the Democratic People's Republic of Korea said it was investigating 58 cyber attacks allegedly carried out by the country between 2017 and 2023. The report noted that probes were underway into 17 cryptocurrency heists in 2023 alone, valued at more than $750 million. The figures in the report were derived from information from other UN member states, media reports, and private companies. According to one member state, malicious cyber activities of the DPRK generate approximately 50% of its foreign currency income and are used to fund its weapons program. North Korea has previously released statements denying allegations of hacking. The International Olympics Committee has weighed into the stadium's debate in Brisbane, saying size doesn't matter. The major sporting venues in Brisbane have less capacity than other Olympic host cities, but Queensland's plan for the Games could change again if the opposition wins the October state election.
Paris is putting the final touches on its games with 127 days to go, but Brisbane 2032's still got plenty to iron out, not least transport.
What's unfolded with QE2 has been nothing short of embarrassing.
The state government this week announcing it's switching venue plans, quashing the Gabba rebuild, rejecting the Victoria Park recommendation and choosing instead to upgrade Lang Park, the Gabba and the Queensland Sport and Athletics Centre for about $2.7 billion.
I cannot support building a brand new stadium while Queenslanders are doing it as tough as I know that they are.
The Cusack Stadium would seat 40,000 spectators. 13 kilometres from the CBD, Cusack has no direct rail or bus access. The government's planning to set up an independent authority for the Games. The opposition's pledging one too, that would review the major venues again, plus road and rail legacies, within 100 days if they win the October election.
I'm asking Queenslanders for 100 days to fix this mess.
Only existing stadiums will be considered.
Is this just kicking it down the road till after the election?
Not at all. This is going to what Queenslanders want to see. Back to the terms of reference.
It's also been revealed the state government spent more than $6 million on its now axed Gabba rebuild plan. But the government insists it's not wasted, saying it'll be used to inform smaller scope upgrades to the stadium.
And that ends the news segment. Over to you, Tracy.
Thank you, Jazz. We'll have sports after the break.
Next!
Take that, Jay.
Next!
Babang la collab nyo.
Next!
You come.
Next!
Right there. Thank you.
Next!
Money where?
Next.
Oh, there you are.
Come on, your turn.
Wait, ni sali mo message first.
Next.
Yaman ya. Don't worry, vaccines save lives.
Finish ah. Entah soalnya. Ayo Lodo, thank you, you're honest. Vaccine, it saves lives.
Are you looking to further yourself? High-Tech TVET College offers certificate and diploma courses. For online training, we are giving 1 laptop per student. Application closes 31st March 2024. Apply online now. High-Tech TVET College, making nobody become somebody.
Beauty is my business, but beauty sure is a tough game. Filters are great, but great skin, better. And that's why my skin deserves the best. So I choose self-care, soaps that gently nourish my skin, resulting in a radiant look, made with tropical ingredients. I trust self-care from City Pharmacy, so bring it on! My skin is ready and so am I.
Buy more, win more one-time roots rice. Win money mark belum 300,000 kina. No can miss out. Buy 10 kg roots medium grain rice. Cut them round in big roots logo on top long front long bag rice. Na write him name, na namas long you long backside long name. Drop him inside long entry box long store. Week 1 draw, 1 winner by 500 kina. Week 2 draw, 1,000 kina. Week 3 draw, 2,000 kina. Na long week 4 draw, 5,000 kina. Second Roots Rice Facebook page long kisi mo tok save. Terms and conditions stop.
He's seen as a table legend.
That is delicious.
Join Tommy Gomes in a tasty culinary voyage.
Holy mackerel. Did I just say that? We're exploring where your quality American seafood comes from.
Quality is key.
The uglier the fish, the better it tastes.
Take a deep dive into America's commercial fishing culture. The Fishmonger. Streaming now on Outdoor.
Hands up!
Welcome to the RIPD. Bounty hunters for rogue souls that escaped judgment.
I got this.
Our job is to find them and send them to where their ticket got punched. Hell, Roy. We send them to hell.
That was unexpected. RIPD 2, Rise of the Damned. Premieres Friday, March 29th, 10 p.m. on Cinemax.
Thanks for staying with us. Week 6 of the Port Moresby Soccer Association Hara Cup pre-season competition will see 16 teams in the Open Men's Division go to the elimination playoff this weekend at the Business Soccer Grounds. From the do-or-die matches this weekend, 8 teams will qualify for the quarter-finals, followed by the semi-finals and grand final next week. Meanwhile, the 7 women's team will go straight to the quarter-finals this weekend. In the women's quarter-finals, top teams Finance FC will be on standby to play the winner of the 3rd and 6th placing, Mukas FC and FC Genesis. Second place University met 5th place PS Rats, and 4th Bismarck go up against 7th place Murat NCD. All semi-finals and grand final will be staged on Easter weekend next week. The SP PNG Hunters' resilience and home ground advantage would be again put to the test this weekend when they face arch rivals from the 2027 QRL Grand Final, Sunshine Coast Falcons, in round 3 of the Ostlas Cup, season 3 p.m. on Saturday at the Santos National Football Stadium. The Hunters got their work cut out for them when they scrambled to a strong Kappas outfit, going down 36-18 in Rockhampton last week. While it's still early days, head coach Paul Aitun said it was a reality check for the boys to regroup and bounce back at the home.
The PNG Hunters will resume the hunt in the QRL Host Plus Cup Round 3 when they host 2017 Grand Final arch rivals Sunshine Coast Falcons at the Santos National Football Stadium. Both teams will be looking to bounce back after their Round 2 losses to Sioux Cappers and Mackay Cutters respectively. They will be looking to improve on effort areas in their game, especially execution, defense and discipline, which was their main downfall last week. For the Falcons, it doesn't get any easier taking the tough trip up to Port Moresby in search of their second win of the season. With their successful affiliation to the Melbourne Storm, the Falcons' roster is often littered with NRL talent. Sunshine Coast regulars Taran Wishart, Aaron Payne, Alec McDonald and Grant Anderson have featured at different times for the Storm. The Falcons boast great depth in their roster and will roll out a formidable side this Saturday. However, any late changes could favour the home side. Meanwhile, despite finishing at the wrong end of the scoreboard last week, there were still plenty of positives for Hunters coach Paul Ayton to take away. Discipline and completion rates were the focus in Round 2.
I think all of us were disappointed. We might have came into that game, after the 2 trials in Round 1, feeling pretty confident. But I think it brought us back to reality, and there's a lot of things that we need to work on, and we could just work on our penalties. I know they're enforcing the downtown, the offside, enforcing that. So we've got a lot of things to work on, but we've been doing that this week. Definitely, we're looking to bounce back at home. We know the things we need to fix. Our boys are really hungry to make things right, so I think we're looking forward to it.
And Sunshine Coast Falcons coach Brad Anderson said he was alarmed by the lack of intensity and the little urgency they had against the Cutters last week. He emphasized that attitude wins games, and it's certainly how you win games in Papua New Guinea, where you feel it's the whole nation against you. However, he is confident his boys will embrace the hostile reception and rise to the occasion tomorrow. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Late Tigers product and SBPNG Hunters utility outside back the Vetasile, Joshua Lau will maintain his number 7 spot for this weekend's QRL Ausplus Cup Round 3 blockbuster against 2017 Grand Final arch rival Sunshine Coast Falcons at the Santos National Football Stadium. Since making his debut at the backhand of the 2023 QRL season, Lau has again put in the hard work to earn his spot back in the Paul Ayton's final 30-man squad for the 2024 season.
PNG Hunters are blessed to have the quality and brand of roving outside back Joshua Lau, who can fit into multiple roles on any given day. Lau has played fullback, centre, winger, hooker, halfback and 5'8" for his club Late Tigers before making his debut for the Hunters in Round 8. He played 5 games last year under former coach Stanley Tepen. In the absence of first-choice halfback Jamie Mavoko, Lau has stepped up to collaborate with Sakias Komati in the halves. They've been gelling well since the opening round of the 2024 season. Lau said though he's not played much with Komati at the halves, he's always working hard to perfect that combination as the season goes on.
I didn't play with Saki that most, but play 5'8" last night. I'm on the halfback end. We work hard low training, just building combination below. Directional plays now. Working combination later through law. Just beginning the season, so 2 games leading a ball this weekend following it. Me coming to in Mantas towards the end of season last year, then got called up again this year. So the plan to do something. Coach Paul has been play plenty top grade, so I got plenty knowledge about the rugby and he's trying to help us to get better individually in his team as well.
Yeah, you can. Okay. This Saturday, Lau makes his 8th appearance for the Hunters in front of the home crowd at the Santos National Football Stadium. Backing up after last week's away loss to CQ Cappers in Rockhampton, the Hunters are looking to regroup and bounce back this weekend.
I think it's maybe a good feeling to play in the home ground because you have your families and supporters around you and friends. You look more before the game and then like support from them. And only way put a smile on the face, just winning game and at the end of the game, team now, my family is not satisfied with me.
Since pre-season started, Lau said training was tough and highly intense, but a good learning experience for him to be able to compete at the next level. While they are still working out their combinations and getting their set pieces right, Lau expressed confidence in the new boys as they continue to work hard to be better.
This time, look, some combinations, plenty of new boys coming in as well, and some older boys stop. So, first game, lose, and there's a second game. Only way we fix it just the training and just like I think we go through the video the last weekend game and we work on training so then we'll fix it to bounce back from this weekend against Suns and Coast Falcons.
A former Lay School's rugby league product, Lau was scouted into the Tiger system in 2019 and though did not get much game time, he remained with the team until he got his opportunity in 2021 and was voted Player of the Year. Lau's progress was temporarily disrupted with injury in 2020, but through resilience and hard work, he remained the mainstay of the Tigers' winning combination. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Papua New Guinea claimed its first ever Women's National Championships win with a dominant 44-0 performance against South Australia. PNG had too much experience and speed, posting their first try in the opening minute. They continued to press for points throughout the game. It was a big turnout for the PNG girls after a horror start to day one of the competition on Thursday, going down to a strong New South Wales side 22-0 as ever. SA tried hard but cooled their chances with errors whenever they started to build any pressure. Papua New Guinea will face ADF Saturday, while South Australia take on New South Wales country. Competitors have braved 5 days of intense weather at the Australia Adaptive Staff Pro in Byron Bay. The event is the first leg of the 4-stage World Championships tour.
Day here at the Adaptive Surfing Pro Championships in Byron Bay on the north coast of New South Wales. We are at a break called the Pass. Now usually this is one of the most crowded and chaotic breaks anywhere in the world, but this week the water's been pretty much cleared for some very special surfers. They are revelling in the conditions. It's almost ideal. The swell is about 3 foot. Yep, surfers still talking feet and inches. The wind's pretty much offshore, and these beautiful right-hand point waves are running down the bank for about 100 metres. They could barely have wished for anything better. The other thing that makes this event very special is that surfing's usually a very individual sport, but some of these athletes do have mobility issues, so it's a team effort. And there are a bunch of volunteers that have turned out to get behind this event and make sure the athletes stay safe and they can get in and out of the water and back out to the break as quickly as they need to.
I just love helping other people get in the water that can't, and this event is just awesome because not only are people being able to be assisted into the water, they're able to have a competition. And so, you know, everyone dreams to do a sport that they love, and to be part of it is, I think it's magical to be part of it.
I can't see the waves, you know, from the beach, so I kind of never know what it's going to do until I show up and paddle into a wave. And you know, today it was gorgeous out there. The waves, you know, gave some sections, and as soon as I feel the drop, just hit it. And I have a local guy here, Mixty, helping me out with the waves and the water, and he calls me and tells me, you know, which wave to paddle on, and then it just kind of goes from there in the surf.
So they will be crowning champions in 9 categories by the end of today, but the real goal might lie somewhere over the horizon, and that is recognition at the LA 2028 Paralympics.
That's it for sports. Over to you, Jasmine.
Thanks, Tracy. And now the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern, Port Moresby cloudy with some showers. Daru partly cloudy with few showers possible. Mumase, Ley and Medang partly cloudy with some showers. Wewak and Vanimo cloudy with some showers. New Guinea Islands, Kavieng, some showers and possible thunderstorm. Kimbe partly cloudy with some showers. Highlands, Mount Hagen cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast, Coral Sea, slight to moderate with west to northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots. Coastal waters forecast, waters of southern PNG, Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands, Kerama, Yule Island, Hood Point to Samarai Island, Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands. Seas 1 to 1.3 meters. And that ends the news tonight. Tomorrow's bulletin will be at 8:30 p.m. due to the live broadcast of the NRL games. Have a safe weekend. Bye now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.